Hello, this is Thomas Donald Jacobs for Paperboys on Thursday. Today's topic is: does taking testosterone make you gay? And did your own sexuality change as a result of taking testosterone? Quick public service announcement: Mom, don't watch this vlog. I love you and I will call you soon. But on to the topic. No, taking testosterone will not make you gay. There is no scientific evidence that shows a causal relationship between hormone levels and sexuality. That research has been done. Um, it's an old fashioned idea. Um, People were trying to figure out ways to cure the gay, so they researched the relationship between sexuality and hormone levels in cisgender homosexual populations, and they found nothing. It is just not the case that your hormone levels determine in some fashion who you're going to be attracted to. Um, this is a really modern kind of idea with regard to the transgender community. In some sense, it was definitely the case that when I first started looking into transitioning about 20 years ago, that if you went to a therapist and tried to seek medical treatment for your dysphoria, um, they would closely question you about your sexuality. And if you indicated a preference for your same sex, they would show you the door, um, because they were making the same kind of uh, mistakes that a lot of people make, assuming that, yeah, who you are and who you screw is the same thing, and it's not. So the assumption was that if you were transgender, but also had um, sexual preferences for people of your same gender, that was either a hormonal issue that should be dealt with by a different medical profession, or um, just just a completely illegitimate thing. That's no longer the case in a lot of areas. In some other areas, it is. That's definitely an issue at the clinic that I go to. The psychologists, who are all specialists in gender issues, they get it. Unfortunately, the surgical side, not so much. So they tend to prefer surgical outcomes that lead to what they consider um, normal um, heterosexual encounters, shall we say. Uh, as far as changes within the transgender community, I think that's also had an impact. More and more of us are open about being transgender. Again, back in the day when I first started looking into transitioning, I was told up front the best transition is the one that nobody knows about. The idea that people would be making vlogs on the internet about being transgender, or being open at work about being transgender, or that you would have entire departments of study dedicated to gender, in which transgenderism was, you know, like a legitimate thing. Um, that was not on anybody's horizon, and that's changed. Um, we're more in contact with one another. We're more in contact with the queer community. We can look around and see, well, cisgender people are doing all these things. Why shouldn't I get to express myself sexually in the way that I am most comfortable with too? Um, so I think that's it's been a lot of changes, but it has resulted in a sudden uptick in um, transgender individuals identifying as um, gay or lesbian or what have you, something other than heterosexual. Does it mean that it's the result of hormone therapy? It's, I think, the result of social changes. Um, for myself, my sexual preferences have not changed. I have been attracted to a wide range of people since I was a teenager. I will say, however, that who I gravitate towards has at times depended upon my own personal circumstances. So, when I was in college in the United States, I had just escaped from a sexually abusive childhood, and I gravitated towards women simply because they felt less threatening to me. Um, and it was the same after I first began transitioning. I had an unfortunate encounter with a guy that I met who discovered um, that I was transgender, totally to my surprise. I thought everybody could tell. And then attempted to rape me. And I thought, well, fuck that. And so I went back to um, exclusively dating women, cis or trans. I did not care. Now that I am further along in my transition and I feel much more confident and I am generally less inclined to assume that every cisgender male is going to attack me. Um, Now I will go out with other men, and I do. Um, so my transition did not make me gay. It just enabled me to explore and express more of my sexuality. And I think that that might be the most that you can say about what effect transitioning will have on your sexuality. As to how I identify, that just depends on who I'm with. If I'm in an academic circle and for some odd reason the subject arises, I would probably identify as um, pan or even omnisexual. If I am with my current long term partner and we're out with his friends, I am, just another gay guy. If I am with other Native Americans, then I will identify in a different fashion. I don't know that the labels mean much to me. It's always been a matter of where I'm at and who I'm with. Just like back in the day, in college, I absolutely knew that I had you know feelings and attractions towards males. But if anyone asked me, I was a lesbian. So the label thing, I wouldn't get too caught up on it. All right. So I hope that, Mom, this wasn't too shocking for you, but I did warn you not to watch this, and for everybody else, I hope you found it informative. Um, and I will see you next week. Bye.